Mindset, a daily dose of practical wit and wisdom with a professional educator and trainer, Amazon best-selling author, United States Marine, television and radio host, Paul G. Markel. Each episode will focus on positive and productive ways to strengthen your mindset and help you improve your relationships, career goals, and overall well-being. Please welcome your host, Paul G. Markel.
Hello and welcome back to Morning Mindset. I'm your host, Paul Markel, and we're continuing on as we did and as we have been doing. You're probably getting tired of hearing me say that I'm continuing with the book study, but have a little mercy because not everybody has been paying attention this whole time, and some people are new. We get new listeners every single day. If you are brand new, if you're just now picking up on this, I'm going to tell you something. This is part 9 of our 30-part book study program. That's right. It's the Morning Mindset book, a 30-day plan for more positive and productive life. It's available on Amazon and Kindle. And if you want a signed copy, go to morningmindsetpodcast.com. All right, today we're going to talk about investing in yourself. Are you worth it? Now, when it comes to investments, we have two primary tools that we will use for investment. We will use our money and we will use our time. Now, you can always get more money. Yes, you can. You can always get more money. You cannot get more time. No, you can't, ladies and gentlemen. You only have a finite amount of time, 24 hours in the day. So we obviously want to invest our time and our money wisely. When it comes to investing in yourself, I'm going to ask you this. Are you spending your time and your money primarily to distract and entertain yourself? Do you spend your time watching television or watching sports games, or do you spend your time reading or studying, or do you break it up amongst the two? I don't expect you to be a monk and do nothing but read all the time. But if you don't have time to read, to take in information, if you don't have time for that because the game is on or your favorite show is on, that is an investment that you are wasting. You're wasting an investment. Often people will say, well, I was going to take this class, or I wanted to take this training, or a friend of mine told me about it, but I would have to go somewhere else. I would have to drive to this other city and stay in a hotel and yada, yada, and so on and so forth. That's true. Depending on what it is that your field of endeavor is. I don't know what your favorite field of endeavor and what you're trying to be good at or what you are interested in. But often, unless you live in a really large metroplex, the person or the class that you want to take, the person you want to see, the class you want to take, is not there where you are. You may have to actually travel to do that. Now, I've done that a great amount of time. I've done that several times. Before I joined the military, before I joined the Marine Corps, I spent my own money, and I took my own time, and I traveled all the way across the country for training. Then I did a lot of training, obviously, with the United States military. Then I got out, and I went right back to traveling and training on my own dime. And I've been doing that pretty much my entire adult life. And yes, it is an investment. It is an investment in my time. It's an investment in my money. But what am I investing in? I'm investing in myself. And you need to ask yourself that. Are you investing your time and your money in yourself, in self-improvement? Are you growing as a person based upon your time investment and your monetary investment? Or do you spend all of your time entertaining or distracting yourself? I mean, let's face it, in our modern world, there are so many available distractions. You have your iPhone, you have your television, you have your tablet, your laptop, your whatever. There's all kinds of devices and avenues that you can use to distract yourself. Time wasters. You can play these silly little gem drop games or poke the whatever animal games, or I don't even know, on your phone. I see the kids doing this. And they're time wasters. And people will even admit that, oh, well, I got nothing to do. I'm just going to open this app on my phone and do this mindless stuff. Now, sometimes, don't get me wrong, sometimes it's good just to give your mind a break. And, well, I like to watch television to give my mind a break. Often what I'll do after a long day, if I've been writing or if I've been producing material or what have you, if I've been thinking and performing and doing something very, very thoughtful and deliberate, I put a lot of mental energy into whether it's the producing the video or the audio or writing. And then at the end of the day, I don't want to think anymore. I'll let something else think for me. And so I'll sit in an easy chair and I'll turn on the television and I'll watch a show or I'll watch a movie or what have you. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if I'm not writing, if I'm not producing, if I'm not, doing thoughtful endeavors because the TV or the game or the whatever, then I'm wasting my time. I'm not investing my time properly. And when it comes to money, yes, everybody has a certain amount of disposable income, right? You do, I do, everyone does. Even rich people, even people that you look at and you're like, man, that guy's rich. Even that successful person still only has a certain amount of disposable income. And what are you going to spend that on? Often when I hear people say things like, oh, I'd like to take that training. I'd like to do that class or, go back to school or whatever, but, I just can't afford it. And that may be true, but what are you spending your money on? What are you investing it in? Are you, every day do you go out for lunch and you spend $9, $10 eating out? During the day, you go to the vending machine and you spend anywhere from $3 to $5 a day at the vending machines. You buy cigarettes, whatever. People will spend and waste all kinds of money. And you stop on the way to work and you get a $3 cup of coffee and a muffin or whatever. And people say, oh, you just don't understand. I don't have the money. And I could follow them around for one day or, a couple of days and say, look, dude, you just wasted, literally, you wasted $20, $30, $50. And you said, well, I don't want to buy that. I don't want to buy that book because it's $24.99 and that's way too much and I can't afford it. But you'll waste $5 a day going back and forth to a vending machine or $3 cups of coffee or what have you. And you can spend your money on anything you want. I'm not here to judge. But if you say things like, if you make excuses like, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, to do what? It's you that you're investing your time and money in. If you're buying books, if you're taking training, if you're traveling to a school or what have you, you're investing in yourself. And my biggest question to you is, when you look in the mirror, when you do that gut check, do you believe that you are worth investing in? A really simple equation or a really simple example is, gym time. You're like, oh, I just don't have time. I don't have time to, I know that's cool and I know I should, but I don't have time. Do you really not have time, or are you not willing to invest the time? When I do the starting strength program, I'm doing that and I go into the gym and I do the warm-ups and I do the exercises and I do everything that I'm supposed to do. It'll take me anywhere from 90 minutes to 2 hours. People are like, oh, that's way too long. I just don't have that time. I don't have that time. And there are times when I feel like it's a lot of time and I need to be doing other stuff. But it is an investment. I'm taking that 90 minutes to 2 hours and I'm investing it in me. And at the end of the day, you need to ask yourself, you need to have a serious, honest discussion with yourself. When it comes to investing your time, when it comes to investing your money, are you worth it? Yes or no? All right. That's it for today. Thank you very much for joining us. I am your host, Paul Markel, and I will talk to you again real soon.
Thank you for spending time with us today. To get show notes, submit a topic request, and for more from your host, Paul G. Markel, visit morningmindsetpodcast.com. That's morningmindsetpodcast.com. Please leave a review for this podcast on your favorite podcast player. We appreciate your time and effort, and we look forward to reading your honest feedback.